Hello YouTube, my name is Brian from NY Blade EDC, and today I have the Hogue Ritter RSK MK1-G2. So that is a mouthful, and I had to read the box for that. So thanks for bearing with me. Now, you got a 3.44 inch blade of 20 CV that's marked above the thumb stud there, the Hogue Ritter logo. Nice stonewash finish with the Hogue logo on that side and the USA stamp on that, right above the thumb stud. Remind them where it's made, the good old US of A. So 4.72 inch handle, G10. This is the orange version. It comes in black or an earth brown tan, whoever names it. It really doesn't matter, it's just tan. But G10 handle, 4.72 inches. Overall length of 8.15 inches, and it weighs 4.5 ounces. So this full-size knife definitely doesn't weigh down your pockets, but it's definitely not a featherweight. Geez, I'm all over the board here today with my mix-ups. Oh well, I don't edit my videos. You get to see the real me. So now for a size comparison, I have a Benchmade mini griptilian, as you can see. There you go. Now the Hogue Ritter is a hair longer than the full-size griptilian, so it's not a complete comparison, exact comparison between the two, but it is within that minute little adjustment. So the Ontario Rat Model 1, a little hair longer overall, about 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more. And now my beloved Spyderco PM2, as well, just a hair over, as you can see. Excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. No corona though. Alrighty, so into my rating system. So I like to get right to the point with this. This is a Benchmade griptilian made by another company and changed a smidge. So when you look at the size rating, I would give this and the griptilian the same size rating, which would be a 16, because you got 3.44 inch blade, which doesn't necessarily get to that 3.5 inch mark. It is illegal in certain areas. Obviously some places have that 3 inch mark, but it's definitely a very good utility size blade. So anything over the 3.25 mark is really good use for hard use or bigger cutting tasks. So a size rating of 16 out of 20, and I forgot to mention that the handle is good size as well. It's not too long, there's not too much hanging out, so good size. Now on to ergos. So with the Benchmade griptilian, as I'm going to point out here on the mini, it's the same handle, it's just scaled down. I just dropped my pencil. Let me use the tweezers, and there we go. So I got a freaking Q-tip in there that is for cleaning. Come on. Pen time. All right, so if you look here, it's just a straight, just a little arc there and straight shot. When you look at the Hogue, you got that little tiny bump right there. And I believe, when I remembered, I used to own a full-size griptilian, I didn't really care for it because it just felt like a blob in the hand. So with this little minute adjustment with the ergos, that little tiny bit makes all the world of difference to me. I don't know why, what it is. It just feels so much better in the hand. I think it's because it doesn't allow your hand to close that minute amount, and it just feels a little different and better in my hand. So I think it's better than the griptilian's ergos, but it's not like a massive change. But 13.5 out of 20 for the ergos. Now onto fit and finish. Now this is where Benchmade should really run and hide, because Hogue is taking their knife basically and making it better than they are. Their blade centering is on point, it's centered, all the screws are nice and clean, the pivot looks good. Out of the box, the action was good. There is minute amount of blade play. I mean, a hair it's almost non-existent. And for this style of lock, so the Axis or the Able lock, as this would be called, that style of lock is known for having blade play. So for it to have very little blade play and still be drop shutty like that, so that's impressive to me. And that's about it, all I can think about for that. So a fit and finish rating of 15 out of 20. And onto the action. So the action is just like a griptilian, but I would have to say smoother. There's just something about that G10 that makes this feel smoother to me. So when you have this grivery, all these little minute vibrations really reverberate through that plastic into your hand, so it just doesn't feel as smooth as this G10. And this G10 is absolutely gorgeous. So they did a very good job with this, and the action, it took a little time, because occasionally you can do this little weird thing where if you pull the Axis lock back, the Able lock back, and go to throw it forward, and I can't do it, but there, if you let it do that, it'll kind of just sit there in limbo, and it doesn't want to go down. So if you kind of slam it shut too hard, it'll bounce back out and do the same thing. It'll go right back to that. It's almost like an assisted knife. It's weird, but nice action, smooth, nice little clicky clacky sounds. 13 out of 20. Onto the price. This one, again, it's like a spit right to the eye of Benchmade. So to get the equivalent model griptilian, so 20 CV with the G10, that I think is gray G10 with the blue liners for the Benchmade, is $187. This one will run you $159.95, and I believe this is a much better knife. It's made in USA, so obviously Benchmades are made in USA, but I just don't think that they take as much time to look at them and make sure they're good to go out the door like Hogue does. So I just think the value when you can get this or the Benchmade version with the G10 20 CV is just, it's mind-blowing. Because if you buy a S30V griptilian full size, I believe is around the $115 mark, so you're not paying a much more to get this version when you could pay even more to buy the Benchmade's version of this griptilian. So excuse me, when you add these all up, 16, 13 and a half, 15, 13 and 18, you get 75 and a half out of 100. And I believe this knife, the hype behind it is real. It's just a fantastic knife. Hogue did a really good job. Doug Ritter did a fantastic job. And I want to give them 2 thumbs up. And at knifeworks.com, you can go get these. And they're still available. They have that new color out, so go pick one up. I believe the new color is actually M390. So if you're not a 20 CV fan for some reason, even though they're same steel almost, chemically they are same steel, I believe. And if you're not a 20 CV fan, I think the other one is M390. Don't quote me on that. Check it out for yourself. Go get one from knifeworks.com. And I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're not subbed, please do so. Leave a like, comment. I like to see you guys on the next one. So have a good one, guys.